bustling financial district here in Canada's largest city. We're coming to you from Toronto. Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. Our broadcast team tonight, on one side, Greg Anthony. On the other side, Steve Smith. And on the sideline, David Aldridge. I'm Kevin Harlan. DA, take it away.
Well, the Toronto Raptors rolled the dice last season and gambled on acquiring Kawhi Leonard. They knew it could be just a one-year rental, with Leonard able to be a free agent in 2019. But Kevin, after winning the 2019 NBA title, anything else is gravy.
The first title in franchise history, DA. Such a huge moment for the team, the city, and the country of Canada. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Siakam.
The most positive thing about his last 10 games, the work on defense. His mindset has become very aggressive. The steals are up, and he's becoming a big factor on the defensive end.
So a look at the starters for the Wizards. Wall runs the point with Beal at the 2. Wagner out there with Thomas Bryant. And it's Hachimura in at the 3, the small forward. And for Toronto, Siakam at power forward with Gasol at center. Norman Powell is out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's McCaw in at the 3 slot. Smitty, the increased pace of the game, how does that affect players, you think, trying to get through the season in terms of, say, fatigue?
You know, I think for the teams that those coaches understand, they do a great job of playing 10, 11, 12 guys throughout the season. It usually bodes well. It's those organizations that's going 6, 7, only 8 deep. You see those guys start to fatigue, and any injury, then you really see it shows up on paper and on the floor when you're not a deep team.
And so it's Beal who brings the ball up for the Washington Wizards. And there's the pass to Hachimura. No good on that one. And Toronto will go the other way with it. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Wizards team.
And they rolled over this team last season, beating them every time they faced off.
Yeah, these two teams haven't changed that much, so I wouldn't be surprised if they run the table on them again. 0 for 3 now in the early going, just a little bit out of sync.
Siakam left side. Here's VanVleet. Washington with the rebound. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
And a lot of that was game plan, putting guys in a position to succeed, particularly on the offensive end.
They understood what the defense was trying to take away and game planned a great strategy to take advantage of it.
Just 5 on the clock. From deep, Wall. And it's VanVleet with the rebound.
4 shots, 4 misses, and you can sense a certain frustration building. He goes up strong, but he is met with resistance. I think that surprised him a little bit.
The Wizards have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. Wall looking for an opening.
Causing havoc for offenses. Siakam gives you great energy and focus to go along with that length.
Inside. Fades. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
And you hope that this inspires the offense. The game is about putting it in the basket, and that first bucket took a while.
So timeout called here. The first for Washington.
And the most improved player in the league last season, Pascal Siakam, got better in every statistical category.
And now on our rookie leaderboard, who are the rookies grabbing the most rebounds in the NBA right now? Let's take a look. Well, you look at Hachimura, one of the game's best, second in the league.
And you know, rebounding was a skill that I thought would translate to the NBA for him. We knew he could board with the best of them, and he has not disappointed.
Now here's Beal. 17 points in his last outing. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Gasol. And it's those diamond-in-the-rough players that so often elevate the top teams. And, Greg, that's what the Raptors found in Pascal Siakam.
No doubt. The 27th pick back in 2016. Now a full-time starter on a rookie contract, just over $2 million this season. He is due for a big raise.
Now here's Van Vliet. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Pistons in Detroit.
Aggressive move from Siakam, putting all that length and athleticism to work.
Here is Wall. Good D by Siakam.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
Here's Hachimura. Turned in an outstanding game against Chicago. Outside, Wall. 5 on the clock. Shoots over Powell. And another miss by Washington.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
That one, no good.
Oh, I don't believe that. He's better than that. Come on.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Wall. Oh,
Young fella. And how about Wall? Just phenomenal at taking it to the defense with that lightning quick first step.
Well, it has been a long road back from injury for John Wall, Greg. The heel issue followed by the Achilles tear.
And you just hope that Wall can make a full recovery and get back to the player he once was. Provides so much with his speed and playmaking as well as scoring.
Well, it's a new front office in Washington, and Greg, they've got their work cut out for him.
John Wall's huge Supermax contract as he deals with the Achilles injury. Tough questions to be answered about the direction they're going to take talent-wise.
Van Vliet passes to Siakam. Back to Van Vliet. Clock at 6. And it's off from three-point range. And so it's Wall. He brings it up for the Washington Wizards. Hachimura the pass to Wall. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. They get Marc Gasol.
And John Wall, of course, having to fight back from that torn Achilles, but also is now having to play up to that Supermax contract he signed.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. And with Wall, no doubt he's a star guard. But with that contract, Greg, comes heavy expectations.
No doubt. And I'd like to see Wall become more proactive, really as a playmaker on offense in the near future. Depending on how he feels after the injuries, he might need to change his style just a bit.
Now here's Van Vliet, covered by Wall. McCaw kicks to Van Vliet. Outside Gasol. And again, Toronto no luck. Beal taking his time here. Offensive rebound.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? And here are the Raptors now after the basket by Washington. Van Vliet kicks to Gasol. Over to Wall. Gasol's shot is good.
And Marc Gasol has averaged over 50% from the field for his career. When you give him the ball, you won't be disappointed.
Wall passes to Bryant. Now the dish to Beal. There's the triple. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Well, last season, Pascal Siakam more than doubled his scoring. Dramatic improvement as a shooter from the perimeter and the line.
And we've seen his shooting improve. But Siakam also very dangerous off the bounce.
Yeah, reason why, Kevin, he's becoming a great ball handler. They trust him to press the attack and to get into the lane.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one.
You know, we see every year 1 or 2 guys drafted toward the end of the first round contribute well for their team. But Pascal Siakam has gone beyond that.
And he's good on the second.
And during last season's playoffs, we heard the Bucks complaining about Drake's theatrics on the sidelines. Smitty, do you see any problem with that?
You know, GA, first of all, we know Drake is very animated. He's a part of this organization. We got to know he's a Toronto native and he loves this team. Yes, it's a problem when it starts to affect the game. But if not, I think all teams, especially the Bucks last year in the playoffs, you just got to focus and play. When you're 7-1, that rim's not far out of reach.
All with it. Talking about that win against the Bulls, he was definitely a major factor as well. Here's Bryant. It's rebounded by Gasol. Gasol's got his 4th rebound in this one. Van Vliet finds Siakam. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Siakam's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Wizards will retain possession. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Powell. And the Wizards making a change here as well. Shabazz Napier's checked in for Bradley Beal. Now here's Napier. Defense right on him. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Wagner. Looking to end the run. Toronto grabs the miss. Gasol's got his 5th rebound in this one. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
Oh, and a fast break for the Wizards. Wall with the ball. Nice shot from the wing.
And the instincts there from Hachimura. Notice the overcommitment by the defense and then makes the right pass.
Now here's Van Vliet. Napier covering. Passes to Gasol. Back to Van Vliet. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And only 6 feet tall in shoes, Fred Van Vliet's not the biggest, but his toughness grade, his toughness, mentally and physically, is unquestioned.
And Kevin, growing up in Rockford, Illinois, gave him that perspective. Friends and family gone too soon. Basketball was the path to something better.
2 shots.
And he makes the first. Hey, Steve, if your team is holding on to a narrow lead, which player do you want defending that last shot of the game?
I would say Kawhi Leonard, Giannis because of his length, Paul George, Draymond Green, and I really love Klay Thompson. Not that he's going to block the shot, but he always stays in position.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Ibaka finds Siakam, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Oh, that's great awareness. That's a great pass. Credit Siakam and the work he's done to understand where everyone is in this offense.
Wizards trail by 6. Pass to Smith. 11 feet away. Count the basket.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
And you know what? There was probably a better matchup on the floor, but when it goes in, nobody complains.
Here's Van Vliet following the bucket by the Wizards. The pass to McCaw. Now Ibaka, covered by Smith. Ibaka against Mahinmi. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation.
And with a quick break in the action, here's some numbers for Siakam. He's averaging 20 points, 9 rebounds, and 2 assists. And the phrase stats don't lie absolutely applies here. He's been a monster on the court for this team.
He's versatile. He's prolific. There really isn't much a defense can do once he catches fire.
Here's Smith. That one no good. Now Toronto takes it the other way. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
Guys, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure it out, though. If you're going to shoot in the low 30s, you're going to end up losing a lot of games.
They couldn't hit a thing out there. With that awful shooting percentage, you will be lucky to win one game in this league.
So it's Washington now. 6-point game. Now here's Napier. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And it's Smith missing.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
Here's Ibaka. His three-pointers off the mark. Wizards trail by 6. And it's Rondé Hollis-Jefferson with a foul. That's his first foul. And Toronto making a change here. Anunoby's checked in. Washington with the ball. The Wizards shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
Free throw drops for Napier.
And the Raptors took some heat for parting ways with reigning Coach of the Year, Dwayne Casey. But his successor, Nick Nurse, guided this franchise to an NBA title.
Tremendous self-belief and determination. The only NBA head coach who was also a head coach in college, the G League, and overseas. He's been preparing for this for a long time.
Pass to Anunoby. Back to Van Vliet. Pass to Hollis-Jefferson. Just 5 on the clock. Over Bertans. Hollis-Jefferson can't hit. Wizards trail by 4. To the paint. Here's Mahinmi. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
This is who you want leading that play. A sure passer with great awareness. The Toronto Raptors are an elite defensive group. Reasons why: they're long, they're smart, and they're experienced.
One shot.
That free throw good from Mahinmi. When you talk about the defensive IQ, Smitty, for the Raptors, where does that reveal itself?
For me, Kevin, their rotations. They are able to send help, double teams, and still recover and get out to shooters.
Here's Hollis-Jefferson. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Van Vliet falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
Working over that in-between area. Defenses now have a hard time shutting that down.
Wizards trail by 3. Napier feeling it out a bit. Smith left side. It's tipped.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
McCaw, the pass to Anunoby. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
You know what it is? It's his creativity. That's making this engine run.
And the Wizards with possession after Toronto picking up the basket just moments ago. Mahimi trying to get open. They get the rebound. Yes, that goes in. Mahimi's got 5 points so far.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
And here is Van Vliet. He has 6. And Ibaka kicks to Van Vliet. But they'll get another chance. To the left wing. Over Napier. Kept alive. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Raptors lead by 5.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Pass to Bertens. To the inside. Fires the 3. And it's Napier missing. Raptors leading by 5. Van Vliet looking around. Down low. Anunoby, no good. And here's Napier. He'll bring it up for the Washington Wizards. Smith with a wide open look. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time.
And this is the shot Smith's been working on. Hard to get time in the backcourt these days if you can't hit it from range.
Here's Hollis Jefferson over Mahimi. Off target on the 15-footer. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Raptors lead by 2. We'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And Serge Ibaka talked about his skill set. Now it complements Kyle Lowry and Pascal Siakam and what he brings to the team.
Bringing my defense toughness, my experience playing with those 2 guys, one of the best in the game right now, and then helping those 2 here, and with my experience, what I learned, I think I can help the team a lot. Energy and both hands on the floor.
And really, Ibaka is a seasoned veteran now, a terrific role player known for his defense.
And Ibaka knows his role and plays it well.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And what do you guys think about the Raptors here so far in this one?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively. Also keeping them out of sync.
We've got Johnson. Fred Van Vliet out there with Hollis Jefferson. Then it's Ibaka, and it's Anunoby in at the small forward. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. An accomplished family for Anunoby. His father's a professor. His brother played pro football.
And OG Anunoby, he's put together like a football player himself. A powerfully built player for a wing.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. Smitty, you played with the U.S. national team. Would you say they allow more physicality in FIBA than they do in the NBA?
No, I think, Kevin, different parts of the game, there's more physicality. Like on the free throw line, boxing out. Like going up for rebounds, they let a lot more than we're used to go. But usually the NBA players adjust, and they find their way.
2 seasons at Indiana for OG Anunoby, and the 23rd pick of the 2017 draft. Greg, talk about his game.
NBA ready physically from day one. Still working for consistency with his shooting, especially at the free throw line. but I like his potential as a two-way player.
Napier from outside off the mark.
Defensively, it's hard to account for everything. They gambled off him, and it worked.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kyle Lowry is hard-nosed, as we all know, and if you ask him, it comes from his upbringing in Philadelphia. Lowry said, "A Philly player is what a basketball player is. We played on concrete. You got to be mentally tough. You're not trying to be athletic. You get hit the wrong way, you run into a metal pole."
Take a break.
And Kevin, that's what made him from Philly to Villanova to Toronto to an NBA champion.
I don't know about running into the metal pole, but that sounds painful. But he's certainly as tough as he can be. David, thank you. And he knocks down the first one.
And it took them a while to find their touch at the line, but they have been red hot here in the second quarter.
And so he hits both.
And they've done a better job at the line this quarter. They've got that free throw percentage up to almost 90%.
Stolen by Van Vliet. Powell in the high post. He's against Smith. The shot by Powell, no good. Wizards trail by 6. Now Smith. He has 5. He dishes it to Mahinmi and taken away by Johnson. And stolen by Napier. Lets a floater go. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And now a chance to see the former Demon Deacon Ish Smith in action. Has been in the league for a while now and played for several teams, and he's a veteran through and through.
Beal's checked in for Washington. Free throw drops for Smith. And when you have Ish Smith on your team, you know he's going to give you scoring off the bench.
And Smith not exactly great at any one thing, but the whole package is solid for a reserve. As long as you can make the right decision and just run the offense, that'll get you pretty far in this league. And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Takes it from 10. No good off the back of the rim. Raptors leading by 5. Johnson finds Powell to the middle. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. For Washington, they've gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Napier up top, covered by Van Vliet. Knocked away. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way.
And let's take a look here at some numbers for Napier. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's averaging 10 points a game, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. Nothing about his numbers really jump out at you, but he'll come up with a timely play or two every game.
He understands his role. He accepts it. He's one of those guys who doesn't need the ball to be effective.
Here's Ibaka, and the rejection by Mahinmi. Here's Napier. It's good, the assist that time from Smith.
Taking what the defense offers up, Smith with good vision there finds the open man.
Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Van Vliet with it. 8 points for him. Anunoby in the corner. Out of bounds, Washington takes possession. And some of these distributors have been very hot from beyond the arc this season. The best 3-point shooting point guards in the league. Shabazz Napier, 3rd.
You know, if there are no other options available, any of these guys can just step back and knock down a triple.
great backup plan for any point guard to have.
It is. The ball is in their hands, and these guys feel comfortable stepping back behind that line and knocking it down.
And Toronto making a change here. Boucher is checked in. Hachimura, he's checked in for the Wizards. John Wall comes in for Napier. Right side, Beal. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Well, last season we got a glimpse of what a Bradley Beal team looks like as he led the way for the Wizards after Wall went down.
And really, Beal took it upon himself to kind of keep this team moving forward. And it was his best season to date. Career highs in scoring, and also was creating more for his teammates in Wall's absence.
And that one falls for Beal. You know, the league is trying to maximize competition, Steve, and flatten the draft lottery odds has been one way to do it. Will that be enough, or is there still work to be done in that regard?
You know, I love the way they've done it so far, but I still think they can tweak it even more, and we'll get a better product on the floor where teams get a chance to compete for all 82 games. I like what I'm seeing right now.
And, you know, you don't hear a lot of talk about it, but Brad Beal is one of the top shooting guards in our league. The scoring, the playmaking he provides is really right there amongst the elite. The mid-range jumper is a high percentage shot for him, and when he's got that much room, forget about it.
And yes, it's good. And that's now 7 points for Wall.
And just the overall aggressiveness. Wall enjoys taking on a challenge and succeeding, especially when the D is all over.
Now here's Van Vliet. He's got 8. From deep, Gasol. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors able to retain possession here. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. Look at Toronto. Right now they've been able to gather the 8th best record in the conference as the latter part of the season approaches. And of course the Wizards, 3.5 back.
And for the Raptors, they've been strong at times this season, but they still have some hope. I think they're a playoff caliber team. I just don't think they're a championship caliber team.
This has been the thought all along. They have enough to compete night in and night out, but they're not taking 4 out of 7 from a top team in this league. No way.
And Beal about a 25, 5-5 player last season, Greg. Most would agree that that's star-level production.
Those are Hall of Fame-esque numbers. I'd put him up there with Klay Thompson and Jimmy Butler. Fantastic scorer who does it with strong efficiency, and he's only getting better.
Here's Gasol after the made shot from Bradley Beal. Johnson outside. Back to Gasol. 6 on the shot clock. The shot by Powell, no good. Wizards trail by 4. Outside, Wall. Here's the teardrop, and it's Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
He's had a tough time getting it going, and he's put this team behind the 8 ball.
Boucher passes to Johnson. In the corner, Powell with it. No good on the 3.
He really can't buy a bucket, but his teammates have his back.
Outside, Wall. There's the pass to Beal. To the inside. Here's Wagner. Toronto grabs the miss.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
The Wizards with another miss.
And see, he had his momentum going forward, but really didn't need to lean in there. He was wide open.
And it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way.
And let's check out the numbers for Bryant. He's been fantastic over the last 10 games or so. 16th in rebounding, And, of course, rim protection always at a premium. That's an important part of his game. Top 20 in blocks per.
And as you were saying, one of the better rebounders in the league. He just has that tireless work ethic that also motivates the rest of his teammates. Now here's Beal after the miss from Stanley Johnson. Here's Wagner. They picked up 24 points in their last one against Chicago, and it's good, 2 points. Wagner's got his second basket of the night.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto. Siakam is checked in for the Raptors. Patrick McCaw comes in for Norman Powell. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Raptors. They lead by 4. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. The Wizards have gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. They get it back. Wagner. That ball is in the basket. Now he's shot 6 and made 3 of them.
Took him a while to get going, but here in the second quarter, he's found his rhythm.
Here's Boucher. Inside. And it's sent back by Bryant. Here's Beal. Tries again. Hachimura, no good.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Here's McCaw. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. A strange saga last season for Patrick McCaw. Restricted free agent with the Warriors. He sat out, Smitty, for months.
He did, Kevin. Eventually signed a non-guaranteed deal with the Cleveland Cavaliers, but he was waived within days, prompting a league investigation. A promising young player, the Dubs didn't want to lose him, and eventually signed with the Toronto Raptors, and he won another chip.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Both good from the line that time.
They've upped their percentage to around 90 from the line today. Great job this quarter.
Wall passes to Beal. Back to Wall. The kick out to Bryant. Clock at 6. They double team Beal. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Beal's got 5 points now in the quarter. Toronto's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Pass to Siakam. No good on the triple.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's Van Vliet. And the Raptors miss again.
It's amazing. All night he's been out of sync on the offensive end, yet they continue to lead.
And Fred Van Vliet is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Left side, Wall. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
The Wizards have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well. That free throw missing. He hits the second from the line. Raptors with the lead. Now here's Van Vliet. 8 points for him. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Rejected by Gasol.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And just like his brother Powell, Marc Gasol active in humanitarian causes.
I mean, we saw him volunteering on rescue boats in the Mediterranean. Mark doing his part, but also bringing attention to that humanitarian crisis.
Shooting 2.
And that one misses. The Wizards making a switch here. Bonga's checked in. And the second free throw, good. And it's Wall with the ball for the Washington Wizards. Trailing by 2. Passes it to Hachimura. He nails it, and we're tied up. Hachimura's got his first bucket in this one.
You have to push Hachimura out of there if you're the defense. He's a real problem on the interior.
Down low, here's Boucher. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
This is a close-knit group. They feed off one another's energy.
Here's Wagner after Toronto picking up the basket just moments ago. Here's Wall, and Wall slams it home.
And always a bonus to have a point guard who can dunk the basketball. Wall has great initiative when it comes to rising up and throwing it down.
Now here's Van Vliet. 8 points for him. Siakam kicks to Gasol. Over Bryant. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Gasol's got 4 points in the quarter.
Continuing to stoke the fire, his shot making has been absolutely superb.
Washington trailing. Outside, Wall. High post try. Bucket is good. Wall's got 11 points.
And I love the tenacity, guys. He simply can will his way into games at times and exert his presence.
Now here's Van Vliet. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game.
And how about John Wall? Just outstanding at sprinting down the floor and just jumping all over the defense.
And here are the Raptors now, following the bucket by the Wizards. Siakam, right side. Back to Van Vliet. Fires for 3. That shot misses. Wall with some nice defense. Guys, this offense very effective.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart.
Toronto's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4.
Just another part of what makes Gasol so special, the vision to locate the open man.
59 seconds left to play in the first half. Wall passes to Bonga. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Siakam. For Washington, they have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line. And he makes the first. For the Wizards, Mahimi's checked in for Bryant. Davis Bertans comes in for Mo Wagner. And Shabazz Napier subbed in for Hachimura. Both shots good from the stripe. There's 45 seconds left here in the second. Here's McCaw. Napier covering. McCaw kicks to Anunoby. Siakam looking around. Comes up empty from 19 feet out. The Wizards with the lead. Here's Wall, and it's denied. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Napier. Here's Bunga. Here's Mahimi. Oh, that's blocked. Out of bounds. Wizards ball as Washington keeps possession. Seven seconds left to play here in the half. Outside, Wall. From deep. No good on the last second attempt there. John Wall getting it done for Washington. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we'll be back with you shortly.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Some big-time action already in this one. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. A pretty close game for the Wizards throughout the first quarter. The game was always within a fairly narrow margin, with their largest deficit of the period being 6. The second quarter was a tight battle, but they were the slightly better team. Not by very much, however. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Wizards.
Well, there was one pleasant surprise, and that was the bench. They gave them a big lift. Those guys came into the game, they did all the dirty work, and they scored baskets.
Shaq, let's get your insight on Toronto.
They played some solid team basketball, Arnie. Pretty good. They were sharing the ball. We saw some nice feeds, a lot of movement. It wasn't 5 individuals out there. It was one cohesive unit. And they got the assist to show for it. Their rhythm was nice.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at John Wall. What a contribution so far.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Washington shooting about 35% from the floor. Not much falling for them. So the Wizards 5 right now. Wall runs the point with Beal at the 2. Wagner out there with Hachimura. And it's Bryant in at the center, filling out the middle. Toronto trailing. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, after 5 years as an assistant in Toronto, last season Nick Nurse moved to head coach of the Raptors, and the team responded, winning the franchise's first NBA championship. Nurse has been at this for 3 decades. He got his first head coaching position at the age of 23. And he has moved all throughout basketball, both domestically and abroad, guiding 15 teams in 5 different countries. And after winning it all last year, Kevin, he's finally made it to the top.
David, he sure has a long and winding journey. Thank you. Powell against Wall. Pass to Wagner. He kicks to Beal. Stolen by Van Vliet. Here's McCaw to the paint. Powell. And he lays it straight in. Powell's got his second basket of the game.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Wizards trail by 4. Here's Wall. The Wizards with another miss.
Missed 4 straight shots now. At one point, do you have to call a timeout and regroup?
Feeds to Gasol. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Looking to get it going. Wall dishes to Bryant. The rebound by Gasol.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
Van Vliet kicks to McCaw. Down low. The 11-footer. Rebounded by the Wizards. Wagner's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
After hitting 3 straight, they finally missed one. But you can see the rhythm coming out of the half.
And in the post, Wall's got a pretty well-developed game for a point guard. He can navigate his way through the big bodies with very few problems.
Now, here's Siakam. He's got 10. 6 to shoot. Fades away. Bryant with the rebound. Bryant's got 5 rebounds tonight. Inside. A nice shot by Wall. Wall's got it all tied up now for the Wizards.
And right there, you see the decision-making ability of Hachimura. Sets his man up perfectly.
Van Vliet kicks to Powell. And the Raptors miss again. And so it's Wall. He brings it up for the Washington Wizards. It's blocked. And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here. Johnson, he's checked in for Toronto. Left side, Wall.
Out of bounds.
And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way.
And while we've got a chance, let's check out the stats for Wall. 2nd in steals, and his playmaking ability, unquestioned, one of the top 15 assist men in our league.
And back to your point, number 2 in steals. He's just a tireless worker. Plays that hard-nosed, on-ball defense. Most guys just can't disengage from it. Van Vliet passes to Powell. Siakam left side. Johnson left side. Siakam misses.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
Gasol. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
As he enters his mid-30s, Marc Gasol showing no signs of slowing down. If anything, I think he's a better all-around basketball player.
Free throw drops for Gasol. And through his first 8 seasons in the NBA, Marc Gasol made a total of 12 three-pointers. Nowadays, Greg, he'll make more than that in a month.
and you ask around, he's always been capable. A great shooting touch. It's just a different job description for big men nowadays.
You know he wanted to knock down all his shots at the line, but he still did enough to put them in front.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And Toronto called for the foul.
Shooting 2.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. Second free throw, no good.
Yeah, look, you'd like to take the lead on that possession, but at least he was able to tie the game up.
Rebounded by the Wizards. And here's Smith. He's got 8. Here's Wagner. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Wagner's got 9 points.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Now Van Vliet. He's got 10. Powell, the pass to Gasol. Back to Powell. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. From deep, Johnson. And the Raptors miss again. The Wizards with the lead. Here's Hachimura. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Smith on the wing, guarded by Powell. And so the ball's out of bounds. Powell touched it last. Five to shoot. Here's Smith. 11 feet out, and he hits it. And now a 4-point Wizards lead.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Siakam outside. And here's the fast break. Beal leading the way. Comes up empty down low.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now here's Van Vliet. Siakam kicks to Johnson. Back to Siakam. Over Wagner. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Wizards leading by 4. Marc Gasol picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Raptors with some changes. Ibaka comes in for Marc Gasol. Hollis Jefferson subbed in for Fred Van Vliet. And then for Washington, Davis Bertans checks in for Bryant. And it's Napier in for Hachimura. Now here's Napier. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. So he gets them both. And the Raptors with the ball. 6-point game. Powell, the pass to Johnson. Oh, and a fast break for the Wizards. And it's denied. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Wizards will retain possession. And Beal kicks to Smith. Now the pass to Napier. From deep three-point range, offensive rebound. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Wagner's got the lead up to 8 now for Washington.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Ibaka looking for an opening. Here's Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
You know, he's able to shoulder more and more of the load offensively. Siakam's star continues to rise.
And so Napier will bring it up for the Washington Wizards. Kicks it to Beal. Now here's Napier. Guarded by Powell. It's stolen by Ibaka. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And you know what? Very close to a three-point play right there.
And out of UCLA, Norman Powell, an athletic 6'4" combo guard, said he modeled his game after Russell Westbrook.
And I can see why. He's gifted physically as well. A 6'11" wingspan, a 40-inch vertical leap. He's more of a two-guard in my opinion, and he's off to a strong start in his young career.
No good on the free throw. OG Anunoby's checked in for Stanley Johnson. And he sinks the second. Wizards leading by 5. Pass to Bertans. Back to Napier. Smith outside. Just 4 to shoot. There's the foul. It's on Mahinmi. That is his first foul of the game.
Go the other way.
Toronto's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Up top, Powell. Napier covering. Out left to the wing. Siakam inside. He's got 12. And here we go. Washington fast break. A pull-up. It's hauled in by the Raptors. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
All right, a chance to check out the numbers for Hollis Jefferson. How last month turned out for him. He's been putting up about 4 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. Nothing about his numbers really jump out at you, but he'll come up with a timely play or two every game.
He understands his role. He accepts it. He's one of those guys who doesn't need the ball to be effective.
And that one misses. And he's good on the second. Here's Washington. They're on a 13-5 run here. And stolen by Siakam. Here's Anunoby. And it's in there. Anunoby's got 10 points.
And how about Anunoby using all that momentum to finish past the defense? Refuse to be denied.
The Wizards with the lead. Passes it to Bertans. They get a hand on it. And the layup's good off the glass. Bertans got his first points of the night.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Hollis Jefferson misses in close.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
Now, here's Bertans. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game. Just 5 to shoot. For 3, Smith got a hand on it. Here's Hollis Jefferson, covered by Smith. Ibaka against Mahinmi. Ibaka, the pass to Siakam. Foul for 3. Bertans grabs the board. Wizards leading by 4. Here's Bonga. Out to Smith. 17-foot shot on the way. Misses off the left iron. Toronto's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Ibaka. The Raptors making a switch here. McCaw's checked in. The Wizards also changing it up. Thomas Bryant, he's checked in for Mahinmi. And John Wall subbed in for Ish Smith. Ball with it. Now guarded by Siakam. It's stolen by Ibaka. To the inside. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And I don't think anyone knew that Siakam would be this kind of playmaker coming out of New Mexico. In fact, I can almost guarantee it.
The Wizards shooting pretty terrible here in the third quarter at around 30%. Napier passes to Wall. Back to Napier. A minute 50 left in the third quarter. To the middle. Here's Bertans. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time. Bertans got 4 points now in the quarter.
High percentage look. This is what your offense is designed to do.
Pass to Anunoby. Siakam against Wall. That one's good, and the Wizards' lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Siakam.
Oh, great concentration from Siakam. Takes the hit, yet his eyes never leave the rim.
And so Napier will bring it up for the Wizards. The pass to Bertans. To the paint. Good, nice play there from Napier. Napier's got 6.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
McCaw, the pass to Anunoby. Over Wall. Anunoby, no good.
Not sure if that's the shot you were looking for, but it's a fairly clean look. Almost have to take it.
From deep, Wall.
And what you like about Siakam as a rim protector, the strong fundamentals, able to affect shots without fouling.
Hachimura, he's checked in for the Wizards. There's 37 seconds left here in the third quarter. Napier passes to Hachimura. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And there it is for him. Bryant's got his second basket.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Here's McCall. Napier covering. McCaw, the pass to Anunoby. Over Wall. It's good, and the Washington lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Anunoby.
Trying to attack the heart of that defense with great teamwork.
All with it. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in.
What do you love about Serge on this end? Has the lateral quickness and hops to really challenge shooters.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Wizards out front, up by 4. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Raptors trail by 4. We've got Anunoby. Hollis Jefferson is out there with McCaw. Then it's Ibaka, and it's Boucher in at the 4. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. Here's Boucher over Bertans. Bryant with the rebound. Bryant's got 6 rebounds in the game.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Bounce pass Napier. Wall. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time. Napier's got 3 assists in the game. Raptors shooting 41% for the game. Here's McCall. Napier covering. Here's Boucher, up and in from the low block. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Napier passes to Bryant. He kicks it to Wall. Bryant against Ibaka. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Shooting 2.
He misses the free throw. Fred VanVleet is checked in for the Raptors. No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also. McCaw kicks to VanVleet. About a minute and a half through the 4th quarter now. Here's Ibaka. Off target from 3-point range. Wizards leading by 4. And Fred VanVleet is going to pick up a foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Bradley Beal's checked in for Shabazz Napier. Here's Wall. Boucher with the rebound. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Clearly a foul.
That free throw missing.
And just so frustrating for a team when you collectively go cold at the line. And that's happened to them here in the second half.
Mo Wagner's checked in for Davis Bertans. Good on the second free throw. So it's the Wizards now. They've played a great 4th quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points.
And that's a nice assist from Wall, scanning the floor, just looking to find the best shot possible.
Now here's VanVleet. Pass to Boucher. Over Wagner. And the Raptors miss again. Washington leading now by 5. Here's Hachimura. And he goes in for the dunk.
And proving to be effective around the rim. Hachimura leaving no doubt about that one.
And here is VanVleet. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors able to retain possession here. A moment now to check out who's leading in the All-Star voting.
And a lot of fans and players interested to see how this thing all turns out.
Well, you look at Gasol. With the voting as it is now, it looks like he'll miss out on a spot in the starting lineup for the East.
Yeah, and not even in the top 10, but it shouldn't take away from what he's done this year. It's been a very good season for him.
And keep tuning in for updated results. You can visit NBA.com for more.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Beal, the pass to Hachimura. Here's Wagner. Just 5 to shoot. Wall's shot is off. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Here's a look at what's coming up for Toronto. On Sunday, it'll be the Dallas Mavericks coming into town. And then on Monday, they'll be taking on Victor Oladipo and the Indiana Pacers.
And for the matchup with the Celtics, they won't have much room for error in that one. A team like this will punish mistakes, but I could see them walking away with this one.
That one is off. The Raptors making a switch here. He's off on the second.
Very surprising he couldn't capitalize on those shots. You don't see that often.
And out of Japan, a real interesting prospect, Hachimura, especially now that he can stretch the floor.
He found the three ball in his last year of college, hitting over 40%. You combine that with the size, the motor, he is really versatile, and I feel like he's putting it all together.
Now here's Wall. Not a lot of room. Passes it to Wagner. And Stanley Johnson is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Shot clock at 6. Looking to get back on track here. Wall's shot is off. Raptors trail by 5. He lobs it up, and he lays in the alley-oop.
My goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. And so it's Wall with it, bringing it up for the Wizards. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Beal. Here's Wagner. Puts up a 3. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Gasol's got rebound number 15 here tonight. Here's McCaw, and plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And Washington called for the foul. First one falls for him. Norman Powell's checked in for Rondé and Hollis Jefferson. He's perfect from the line this time. The Wizards have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over.
Let's see if Coach can get them back on the right track.
Because right now it feels like the pace is being dictated to them. They need to go back to playing their brand of basketball.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Scott Brooks' huddle. This is a close game, as you know, and he sounded extremely confident. He told the players, don't let up now, fellas. This is when we make our move, right now. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And Bryant slams it in.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Powell goes to the reverse layup and traps it in.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
Here's Wall. Pulls up. He's good with the little jumper in close. Wall's got 4 this quarter.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
The pass to Powell. Pass to Gasol. And here is Johnson. And Wagner pulls it down. Washington leading now by 3. Right side, Wall. And he gets the bucket. Wall's got 10 points here in the second half. Raptors have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Outside Gasol. The feed to Powell. Beal with the steal. And here's the fast break. Beal leading the way. Off target with his 3.
So frustrating when you can't get anything to go down as you're trying to help your team finish the job. After a lackluster first half, he's taken charge offensively. We'll see how the defense responds.
Here's Wall. After Toronto picking up the basket just moments ago. Second chance shot, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
The love and passion. Wall is a game changer, a competitor through and through. And missing opportunities here to extend that lead at the free throw line this half.
Siakam is checked in for Stanley Johnson. And he's good on the second.
Great job there to make this a 2-possession game.
Raptors trail by 4. Now Van Vliet. Siakam outside. In the corner, Powell with it. 5 to shoot. Shoots over Beal. Rebounded by the Wizards. Wall's got 8 rebounds in this game. Dishes to Bryant. It's intercepted. And here's the break. Here's Van Vliet. It's John Wall with the rebound. Wall's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. And good that time. Wall's got 26. And so Siakam will bring it up for the Raptors. Here's Van Vliet. And Wagner pulls it down.
And they continue to control the glass.
And he can't get the first one. And he sinks the second. And the Raptors with the ball. They trail by 7. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
To the inside. Here's Gasol. It's stolen by Bryant. All with it. Here's Hachimura. It's rebounded by Gasol.
He liked to have that one back. That's easy money.
Powell, that's good. Powell's got 10 points in just the second half.
I don't know what Coach told him at halftime, but he is shooting the lights out right now.
Here's Wall. Pass to Wagner. From downtown, scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
The defense decides to gamble off him, and he cashes in.
Van Vliet kicks to Powell. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Rebound, Washington.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
What a huge boost he's giving them here. 4 or 5 in this fourth quarter has come up big.
Now here's Beal. Over Siakam. It's rebounded by Gasol. Raptors trail by 6. Here's McCaw, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on John Wall.
Yeah, easy call.
The first one falls. And so he makes both from the line. Wizards leading by 4. Beal, the pass to Bryant. There's the dish to Wall. That's in, coming off an assist from Bryant. Bryant's got 3 assists tonight.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now.
Now here's Powell. Pass to McCaw. And it's sent back by Bryant. Beal against Powell. Outside, Beal. Left side, Wall. And a miss there on the triple. Raptors trail by 6. Here's Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
I'll tell you, Siakam's earned these opportunities. He can get you buckets when you really need them.
And here's Wall. There's 1:54 left in the game. Siakam pulls it in. Toronto's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Now here's Van Vliet, covered by Wall. Outside Gasol. Clock at 4 for 3. No good that time. Now the Wizards take it the other way. Plenty of space. Bullseye.
And we know Hachimura has a confident personality. You see it there with the rise and fire approach. Nice.
Now here's Van Vliet. And there's the pass to Siakam. Good work defensively by Bryant. Washington's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. And the foul called on Pascal Siakam. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for 2. And Toronto making a change here. Ibaka's checked in, and he ends up making the 2nd, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Raptors. Pass to Siakam. Good! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Wow, he's becoming a more sophisticated scorer. Siakam beats good D with better O.
There's 47 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Left side, Wall. And it's blocked by Ibaka. Here's McCall. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. He drops the first one, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
Listen, they're still right in this thing. Missing that free throw, though, keeps this a 2-possession deficit.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
Adding a little cushion to their advantage. Nice work at the line.
They've got to take the first good shot they can find.
And even if they make it, they need an immediate foul no matter who catches the ball.
And now we've got the intentional foul. Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so both free throws are good, and it's an 8-point game. And the Raptors call time here. They trail by 8. 20 seconds left in the 4th. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, John Wall.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
If he could only contribute like this for them every night, you can't overstate how much better it makes this team when he has a game like this. And on the road, no less. 20 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Thomas outside. He can't get that one. Here's Brown. Kicks to Robinson. Back to Brown. And so Washington takes the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. With John Wall. John, do you think this team has reached its potential, or is there still room to grow?
We can go to a high level. We still can get better defensively. Offensively, our efficiency is not there yet. We still getting used to playing with others. We got a lot of room for improvement.
That's good news for Wizards fans, John. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. For Steve Smith, Craig Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.